So this is for all the Mazda 3 rear brakes. Every model is different for the activation. If you have an electric parking brake, there's a specific sequence you have to do to release the pressure. I've already done that, but it's vehicle specific, so just go to the owner's manual and it will tell you exactly how to do it. But you're gonna take a 17 wrench and a socket or a ratchet wrench, and I've already gotten it loose, but if you don't use the wrench, then it'll just spin freely. So hold that, take this out, make sure you put that in your parts bin. Usually I have one, but I'll just put it over here for now. Old. So we'll keep that one over there. And the same thing with this one. Pretty sure you need an extension though, because the module for the electric parking brake is in the way. Yeah, so get a good grip on that. Alright. Perfect. So those are the only two bolts that hold the entire caliper on. You should be able to wiggle it free. Yep. Just be careful of the computer system. So that's when it's completely removed. You don't want to put any tension on these brake lines. So I mean, usually I just rest it right on top. But that's not always the safest option, but something just like that, which is fine. So now you're gonna grab any flathead screwdriver, one that'll fit in there, something like this, flathead, and you're gonna just get in there and wiggle the old ones loose. The other side was completely shot. This side isn't that bad, to be honest. I'm just gonna get in there and separate them. Should slide right out. Yeah. Get that one out. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. Alright. So with it completely removed, that's what you're going to be working with here. Like crazy. Alright. Cool. You don't have to do this, but I always get a little piece of steel wool. And I always, you know, brush up the studs and get all this stuff out. Just don't breathe in when you do this, because you don't want to do that. And back here, you know, the ones that I bought, it literally tells you outer, right hand inner. Whenever you're talking about a car part, if it's left hand or right hand, it's as if you're sitting in the driver's seat. So driver's seat's on over here, that side of the car. We're on the passenger, so outer, they make it really easy. It's obviously just the outer. Now, they make these clips have a little tension on them. So if you feel like you're struggling, see, like it just slides right in. Let me see if I can get a better angle for that. there. Okay. So outer, you can see this bottom clip just slides right in like that. And then you're gonna wanna line this top part up, compress it, and slide it right in. Okay. And you're gonna just make sure that's fully seated. And we're gonna go to the back side. Let's see what you guys can see. It's gonna be a bit of a difficult to see, but I'll do my best here. This is right hand inner. If it doesn't come labeled, you can always, let me grab the one I just took out. The inside pad is gonna have 3 metal tabs, 1, 2, 3, and you can just line it up. Make sure the same diagram. See how they're diagonal right here, here, and here. The outer side doesn't look the same, obviously. It only has 2 metal tabs, 1, 2. Inner has 3, so should be pretty easy to just, you know, figure out which one goes where. But if it doesn't come labeled, just make sure it matches the one that you took out. So you're gonna line this up. It's a little hard because it's inverted for me. Okay. So metal clip, compress it, slide this in, and then for the top one, let's see, you guys can see that. Alright, so I kind of right there. So the kit that I bought for the brakes also came with brand new like rubber whatever. So these ones right here, you just snap right off. You can feel them, they're all like, you know, crunchy. Take this one, it's the same concept down here, just comes right off. And then obviously if your bolts do not have grease, I should have put that on a clean one. Let me wipe this off. If your bolts don't have grease, obviously grease them, but these are plenty of grease on there. You just don't want to make any noise, like metal to metal clinking. So then you're gonna put these 2 bushings. It only fits one way. So I believe it was like this, right? Or no, like this. So that it goes into the hole, and then this whole outer shell snaps on. And then this right here, same thing. Put in the middle, the outer, it'll naturally seat itself, and then grab the bolts. Make sure there's no debris. Everything feels nice. And you're going to just put these back into there. And it should just slide right in. And then push it all the way. And then you're gonna wanna like get the air out so it's not all bubbled. So you're gonna just pull this back just a little bit to have it unseat. Then push it all the way in. You'll hear, like, I don't know if you heard it, but you can hear the like the little air come out. And then like now it'll be nice and good. So then we'll do the same thing up here. Make sure it's nice and greased. You're gonna press it in, and you're gonna should just slide right in. Like if you're forcing it, you don't push because it should just go right in. And then let's get my flathead, get it in there, unseat it just a little bit, like that. And then you're gonna compress this all the way, let it reseat, and there you go. It's not too much built up there. And your car should already be in maintenance mode for the electric caliper. If everything works out perfect, it should slide over, but it might not if your pads are extremely worn, like these ones here. so if you measure the clearance, it's definitely not going to fit. So online, I was reading, all you do is take any type of, let me get a better view for you guys. So it's like a screw. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. And we're gonna loosen this because it's already recalibrated itself to having the pad being worn. So since we have brand new pads, obviously they're thicker, and you're gonna wanna just slowly back this down. Like that. This boot is a little worn compared to the other side, to be honest. There's my rag. Let's wipe that off. As long as no liquid or nothing comes out, we should be chilling. So let's do it a little more. Alrighty, so we'll go here. It's gonna be tight. Like it's gonna be tough to turn, obviously. So turn. Okay, so if you can press these all the way and you still can't be able to get it on at the lowest setting, this is all the way screwed down, you're gonna want to come over you want to pop the hood here. Okay. Open this. And you're gonna want to crack loose this is the brake fluid reservoir. Obviously ours is full. I'm just gonna leave that cracked. And then you're gonna come back over here. And on the back side of the caliper, let's make sure I don't drop this. On the back side of the caliper, there's going to be the bleeder right there. I was able to compress this boot all the way. This is still dripping brake fluid out the back because you just have to crack the bleeder valve. Nothing crazy, just enough for some fluid to come out right there. We're gonna take this and we're gonna go like this. We're just gonna tighten it up and just place it on here. Let's see if I can move the shit without getting it all fucking dirty. There. Okay. So I'm just gonna give it a nice. It should be nice and tight because it's the brake fluid. You don't want none of that shit leaking. Alright. Just put this right back in. Should slide right over like that. And then push that. And then we're gonna push this. Alrighty, it slides right back in. Awesome. Let me just make sure that this boot is still seated. Yeah, it looks good. So we're going to take the first two bolts that we took off. Put one right down here. Just so that it doesn't fall. So now it's semi-secure. Okay. Okay, it's tight. Up here, do the same thing. Fully seated. Easy. Okay, good. Alrighty. Let me wipe my hands real quick. Alrighty. So with everything cleaned up, you're gonna go in here. And all you're gonna do is, alright, let's see if I can do this. You're going to put it in accessory mode. So to know that you're in maintenance mode, it's this light right here, the parking light. And all you do is you put your foot all the way on the gas. You're gonna hold this parking button all the way up until you hear it. Okay, so it's blinking. It's gonna be hard to do this with one hand, but I'll try. So you're gonna hold it like this, and you're gonna try to press this button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Keep holding it, and you can hear the brakes going. Okay. So now it's out of parking mode because you don't have the brakes right here. Foot all the way to the ground. Hold this. It'll start blinking and go 1, 2, 3. Keep holding it down and listen. It's retracting the brakes. So now it's in maintenance mode. To take it out, like I said, you're gonna push up, hold up on the lever. You're gonna hold it up, it'll start blinking, and then you're gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna try to do this. 1, 2, 3. Keep holding it, and you can hear the brakes sitting. That's how you do it. And you know, if everything's cool, car should turn on. Last time I lost a good amount of brake fluid because I didn't know how to do the electric parking brake. So a bunch of like little ABS lights and everything. After I topped it off and drove it around town, it was chilling. And then for, you know, sanity, the brakes are obviously very squishy right now because we didn't bleed the system. But you're gonna set the parking brake, or that's released. No, sorry. You're gonna set it. I just felt the brake engage. This is my lady's car. We're gonna undo this, come back around, and you should not be able to twist this with it engaged. So yeah, that's not moving. So that's should be the end of this. Just gonna put the wheel back on, and that's how you do it. So make sure everything's tight and good. Fires up. Good to go. If you guys have any questions or comments, concerns, suggestions,